To sell anything to anyone is a skill that separates good salespeople from great ones. Imagine being able to walk into any conversation, understand exactly what your prospect needs, and guide them effortlessly toward a purchase, all while making them feel like it was their decision. This kind of mastery doesn't come from pushing products aggressively, it comes from asking the right questions at the right time. One of the most powerful frameworks for achieving this is the S.P.I.N selling technique. Developed by Neil Rackham, S.P.I.N helps sales professionals navigate complex conversations by focusing on uncovering the prospect's true needs and offering the perfect solution. The first stage of S.P.I.N selling involves asking situation questions, which are designed to gather background information about the prospect's current environment, tools, processes, and needs. These questions are foundational because they allow the salesperson to understand the context within which the prospect operates. However, it is important not to overuse situation questions. Asking too many can make the salesperson appear unprepared or uninformed. Instead, these questions should be used strategically to establish a clear understanding of the prospect's baseline needs. For example, when selling a project management software solution, the salesperson should first ask questions that help them understand how the prospect currently manages projects. One might ask, "Can you walk me through how your team is currently managing projects?" Or "What tools do you rely on the most for tracking project progress?" These questions help the salesperson uncover essential information about the prospect's current tools and organizational structure. By understanding the prospect's situation, the salesperson can better identify opportunities where their solution might offer improvements or efficiencies over the current system. Once a solid understanding of the prospect's situation has been established, the conversation can shift toward identifying pain points. Problem questions are central to this part of the S.P.I.N technique, as they help the prospect articulate the challenges or inefficiencies they are experiencing. The key to success here is in allowing the prospect to verbalize their problems themselves. Instead of the salesperson telling the prospect what is wrong, problem questions guide the prospect toward uncovering the issues for themselves. This not only makes the prospect feel more in control of the conversation, but also makes the eventual solution feel more personalized and relevant. Consider, for instance, a prospect who is managing projects using outdated tools. By asking, "What's the biggest challenge your team faces when tracking project progress?" or "Are there any bottlenecks in your current system that are slowing down productivity?" the salesperson encourages the prospect to think critically about the shortcomings of their current processes. This phase of the conversation is not about solving the problem yet, but rather about bringing the issues to the forefront of the discussion. By identifying pain points, the salesperson sets the stage for the next phase, where the consequences of these problems can be explored. Implication questions, the third stage of S.P.I.N selling, are designed to highlight the potential consequences of leaving these problems unaddressed. This phase is critical because it raises the stakes for the prospect. While the prospect may already be aware of their challenges, implication questions deepen their understanding of the broader consequences that may result from inaction. These questions help the prospect realize that their current issues may be more costly or damaging than they initially thought. The goal is to create a sense of urgency, making the prospect more motivated to seek a solution. For example, if a prospect has acknowledged that their current project management system is inefficient, the salesperson might ask, "How do these delays affect your team's ability to meet client expectations?" Or "What impact do these inefficiencies have on your overall project costs?" These questions force the prospect to consider not only the direct impact of the problem, but also the ripple effects it may have on other aspects of their business. The prospect begins to see that the issue extends beyond mere inconvenience and may be affecting productivity, revenue, or customer satisfaction. This realization paves the way for the final stage of S.P.I.N selling, the need payoff. Once the prospect understands the full implications of their problems, the conversation naturally shifts to finding a solution. The need payoff phase of S.P.I.N selling is where the salesperson helps the prospect visualize how their situation would improve if their problems were solved. Instead of offering the solution outright, the salesperson asks questions that guide the prospect to imagine the benefits of the product or service. This approach is highly effective because it makes the solution feel like the prospect's own idea, rather than something being sold to them. A salesperson might ask, "How much time would your team save if you had a system that automatically tracked project progress and flagged potential delays early on? Or would it be helpful if you could improve communication between departments and reduce the time spent on back-and-forth emails?" These questions invite the prospect to consider the specific ways in which their situation could improve, without the salesperson needing to make a hard pitch. By the end of this stage, the prospect is often convinced that the solution is exactly what they need, making the close and natural next step. In conclusion, the S.P.I.N selling technique offers a structured, consultative approach to sales that is designed to build rapport with prospects, uncover their needs, and position the salesperson's solution as the most logical fit. The key to success with S.P.I.N is asking the right questions at each stage: situation, problem, implication, and need payoff, and allowing the prospect to come to their own conclusions about the value of the solution. When done correctly, S.P.I.N selling feels less like a sales pitch and more like a problem-solving conversation, where the prospect is fully engaged in finding a solution to their specific challenges. By mastering this technique, sales professionals can dramatically increase their closing rates, becoming trusted advisors who help their clients achieve success.